Next item on our next list, enthusiasm, C-I-A-S-M. I think that's how you spell enthusiasm, right? Close, too close. Enthusiasm versus optimism. And all that really means is that you can be very enthusiastic. Most people that have an idea or a concept or something are most salespeople tend to be enthusiastic. But because they're optimistic, they don't really put the due diligence that they need to, right? They will send one email out, and they're convinced that one email says everything that needs to be said, and if that prospect doesn't respond to that email, they just delete them and move on, right? They'll send out a quote that has all the information into it, and because they're optimistic, they're convinced that if it doesn't happen with this, it's never going to happen. Don't confuse enthusiasm with optimism. And there's a very, very fine line. So what we say is, in terms of the enthusiasm, check your work. Redo it. Do it a couple different times. I saw a great interview one time with Gene Simmons, who was the bass player and one of the vocalists in one of my favorite bands, Kiss. And they were talking about how unsuccessful they were for the first 3 albums. Now, keep in mind, they're a live album, so anyone my age, 58, they kind of burst on the scene with the Alive album. But what most people didn't realize is that they had 3 preceding albums that were absolutely overlooked by the critics, overlooked by the people. And yet, these very songs, when put on the live album, became million-selling songs. Same songs, but now they're on the live album. And their philosophy was, here, try this. You don't like this? Okay, how about this? You don't like that? Well, how about try this? You don't like those 3? Well, here, we're going to give you a 4th one. And they did that, and they did that, and they did that, until they eventually got to the live album concept, because they realized their live show was really the strength of their offering. That enthusiasm, all right, mixes with optimism, which means that we keep trying. We never stop. We never give up. We never give up. That luck, again, is something where you've got that repeated hammer banging on that rock. And then eventually the rock breaks. And now most people see that breaking of the rock as lucky, unfortunately not realizing that you had been striking that rock for a period of time. Let me read the words to them. Never confuse enthusiasm with optimism. Check and recheck your work. You're looking constantly for errors. The fact that you think that it's great, I will tell you, likely it is not. Checking for errors. You will find them. Mishaps will be averted, and entire projects are saved by what we call pessimistic enthusiasm. So all we're going to do is we're going to take this word, we're going to take optimism out, and we're going to put pessimistic in. Pessimistic in. Pessimistic enthusiasm, as its relation to luck, means that we are enthusiastic, but we're going to make sure that we don't assume everything is fine. All right, we're going to look for mistakes. We're going to look for areas of improvement. Pessimistic enthusiasm says, I'm going to make sure I build in all the protections. I'm going to check my work. I'm going to recheck my work. I'm going to make sure that which I put out that I'm very enthusiastic is the best that I have available. And we talk about tools like sunset dates, which gives us the ability to kind of re-look at what we've done and readdress it and see things in the future. Right? We want to make sure that what we're bringing out is the best possible, not just random luck. Not just every game is 50-50. It's a hit and miss. That's never the case. Pessimistic enthusiasm is buying 5 lottery tickets as opposed to buying 1. Even though you only need 1 to win. But if you buy 5 of something, now what has happened to your odds? Well, they've gone up significantly, right? If you make 1 prospecting call, which is better than nothing, you make 1 prospecting call, right? Enthusiastically, but if you make 5, is it reasonable to assume that your success is likely to be increased? Of course it is. It's looking for pessimistic enthusiasm in its relationship to luck. Luck on its own, again, is not happy chance.